more submission through reflecting very clearly on some of the verses. That's helped me the most.
Sounds like that can lead to a more stress-free life as well. When we know like our plan is not as great as God's plan.
Nope. Yeah, I did my goals for this year, obviously, and I've got this plan for where I want to grow things to. But I've come to a point where it's like, honestly, I could die in the next 10 minutes. So all of this can be redundant. And I think to Anthony Joshua's trainers, Sina and Abdul Latif, may Allah bless them, they just come after a Jake Paul fight. It was amazing. They probably made a ton of money. And then all of a sudden, just like that, it's gone. Like the success doesn't matter. So it's always making me realize that how prepared am I for what is to come? And if I am like, no, I'm nowhere near prepared, then I better start preparing now, as opposed to let's get my money up and, make sure that like my fitness is good and all the life stuff. Because it's not really that important in the grand scheme of things.
What is your favorite thing you've learned about Islam?
For me, I did a reel about this, is that it's so in tune with human nature and how the world works. That for me is the key. And a lot of people that are Muslims, sometimes that are disconnected, they don't always understand this, but a lot of non-Muslims are obviously well disconnected. It's like every single thing that happens and situations and things, it connects so well to what Islam talks about. It's so in tune with the nature of how the world works. So and I did a video literally a couple of days ago. It's been going well actually, and it talks about seeing the matrix. As a Muslim, especially when you're a revert, you feel like you understand what's going on. You observe people, you look at their behaviors and how Islam talks about it and how the Prophet predicted that these behaviors would happen back 1400 years ago. And you just think, I just wish people saw it and they just understood it. Because if they did, they'd be like, wow, I understand fully. It's like I've completed life sort of thing. I know what it's like now. I understand it. So I think that obviously without going too in depth, because you can go on for years, I think just the way it's so in tune with human nature and how we work. I've spent thousands of dollars on self-development and mentoring and learned from so many different people, but all I need is the Quran and the Sunnah. If I literally just follow it properly, that's all I need. So that's what I'd say.
Yeah, I love that so much. I'm the same way. I was super big in like the self-improvement, the online info space, similar to you. I used to be a part of a high ticket sales closing company where we taught people how to get in high ticket sales. And I went down the whole rabbit hole of optimizing your life, right? And getting every single aspect dialed in. And then when I became a Muslim, I realized it's all right there. Like everything all the seminars I just went through, all the courses I just bought is in these books, 1400 years old. And that's what blew my mind. I was like, every ounce of wisdom that online gurus are telling us is in the Quran and the Sunnah.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. And I'm sure you've probably been to Tony Robbins, and there's I've been part of all these different high ticket masterminds. You probably know a lot of the same people. And it's what's interesting, especially when you sometimes look into the background and where it comes from, a lot of it comes from ego and significance. It just feeds that desire part of you oftentimes, which leaves you more disconnected from God oftentimes with these programs. So I think that's what's important for people to understand, especially for those driven people that are watching this. It's are you using Allah as your primary source of where you're getting your information from to drive you further and do a better job in your business? And it's not just about squeezing every dollar, from the economy, but it's being able to know that you're doing a good job and your deeds are basically your dollars. And that's something that I'm having to constantly remind myself of, is deeds over dollars every single time. And is it in the right industry? Is it halal or is it haram? Is it actually doing good for the world? And that's shaped everything for me, and how I obviously operate. I lead my teams, but obviously how I then acquire the clients as well, to make sure that I'm good with these people.